welcome architect Kushru Irani for the interview session.
Mr. Azam, thank you so much for this presentation and for taking the time to be with us today. I remember you presenting your work, I think maybe 7, 8, 10 years ago when your book with the green cover came out.
Yeah, that's a
You
great
were in
book.
Pune, and since then, so much has changed in your practice. You know, that time it was mostly single-family homes, multi-family residences, private projects.
Yes.
And in the last 10 years, so much public work has happened. So your practice has really evolved in the last 10 years. Can you tell us a little bit more about how that shift happened and how did you start deciding to work with public projects?
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting question because every time, our friends, our enemies, there's no enemies actually. I mean, people who criticize you, they're all actually your friends end of the day because they tell you either some way or other that what you are doing. So I found that I remember two of my friends. One is Jahan Jafri. He's in Pakistan. He died. He's an architect and poet. And he told me because of the last book from Ischira, Italy, I was roaming around the world. Many countries I went and giving lectures. And when I came to Pakistan, and he says, Rafiq, you should stop it because you are a good narrator. You speak good. Your projects are very lovely looking. But you are actually, end of the day, you're showing the same old things to the people, and after a few years, people will be laughing at you. You stop it, and you should go and work hard and do something new that you can come back again with something new. And then I remember another friend of mine, Australian architect, Peter Stutchbury, is a fantastic architect, He also told me, Rafiq, you are a very happy architect, you are getting money, you are getting projects from developers, We are all hanging from the cliff on the fingers, So this is life of architect, but we are jealous to see you. Then I thought, yes, probably true, and I wanted to change my life. I wanted to really look. I was looking at how I can contribute something greater. Not only, of course, that I don't regret because I learned a lot from them. I learned the rich people's houses. I learned from doing the details and doing the philosophies and reading books, Eastern and Western philosophers. And I started learning the movie making and world literature and behavior modeling in Japan courses. So I did a lot of courses to understand. I spent time with the farmers, how they do work with the land. Same as us, having land, thinking what to do. So all these things actually gradually, and Rumi says what you are seeking is seeking you. When I was seeking too much, something like that, actually that thing is also seeking me probably. That's why I got suddenly, City Corporation Mayor asked me, can you come and sit with us? Can you do something for us also, Old Dhaka? Not only the rich people and world. You should contribute. Then I told myself, wow, this is I was looking for, So we work almost 20 projects with City Corporation. This is how, things started changing in my life.
What has been that experience like? A lot of architects, we resist working with city government. We resist working with local government because we feel there's bureaucracy, there is problems, there is challenges, there's political interference.
Absolutely.
What was that experience? What has that experience been like?
Experience is absolutely something else. It's not fantastic. It's not. It's very challenging. Have you noticed one thing that I started with talking about water, that's all about the journey by boat, but only the end project, it was all about moving water away. All the projects actually I was bringing water, inviting water into my project, I was celebrating water, but the last project, this was the first job, you don't see water. You don't see water, but water is the protagonist. It's the major role player over there actually. So this, everything, lateral thinking. So when you started talking about all the people you're talking about, I was saying that 4 wickets I developed, 4 wickets symbolically. One is politician, 2 is the bureaucrats, 3 is the community people, and third but not least the contractors who will be building this thing actually. They're all political rehabilitation program, under the rehabilitation program, the Political people give money through construction to their party people. This is the linkage. So I started talking to the politician that I want to dismantle the wall. Only decision I need to take from the politician is to dismantle all the walls. Nobody can give you this decision except politician. Bureaucrats cannot give this decision. You dismantle government territory, premise wall. No. So only politician. So I had a huge argument with them, couple of days, and make them understand that your philosophy is okay, you want to protect the green with the walls, but look at after 30, 40, 50 years, you could not protect the green. Actually, you protected all the illegal things, all the drug addict people and all other illegal and antisocial elements you have protected unknowingly. So this is not your fault, this is a philosophical problem. Let's change the philosophy, let's break all the boundary wall. Finally they agreed, let's do one project. Let's see what you're saying. Okay? So this is how first decision negotiation done. First wicket gone. Second wicket bureaucrat. I told them that if you are everyday morning, people are cursing you. Every area of Old Dhaka, people cursing you. City corporation engineers and the administrators are so bad. They are taking money, bribe and doing all the bad things. God will destroy you. So look, I am here. You will be taking your bribe. You will be taking whatever you are doing, you can do. Just listen to me. Everyday morning, people will pray for you. Will you do that with me? First time they say, wow, really? And this is how they came on board and told me, okay, you do whatever you feel like, will not disturb you, we'll be doing our business, but I'll be listening to you. Let's see, people, of course, after this park, you have seen, people don't have time to curse them. They're busy with playing, they're busy with doing their work, not cursing the city corporation engineers are bad. So they say, oh, Rafiq bhai, you have done a good job. Nobody is coming to us and saying, what you have done wrong. So second wicket down. Third wicket community, they don't trust anybody. They say everybody coming, every year somebody is coming and talking a lot, doing nothing, taking money and gone. We are same. So we don't trust you. I told them, look, I am from Old Dhaka. I came back home. So you know me. Who am I? You say, yeah, we are proud of you. So why don't you trust me and let's work together. So this is how we, third wicket down, and they started working with me, talking to me continuously and fighting with me, of course, not sweet talking only. But last but not least is the contractor. This is, I tell you the story. This is all of you are architects, young architects, budding architects should listen. I found that contractors actually losing money, government projects. Not many contractors actually earning money. They're mostly losing money because first thing they're giving bribe to the clients, and then they're giving bribes to the politicians and the local musclemans and local politicians. They are spreading money and it becomes so tiny. And they finally themselves, they have a team, the boss and the second, third, fourth bosses, they're all stealing money themselves. They're buying rebar. Is poor rebar they're buying. The cement buying, wrong cement buying, less price, So everybody is stealing. For the project, nothing left. So I sat with them, we had a long meeting couple of days, and I calculated them, look, if you work directly, if you invite the cement company, we will connect you, they will supply cement within the budget, and you will take out your money, and you see nice things happening. Everything sorted out with them, and he says, nothing actually he's giving here and there except bribing some of the places. Left money, we built the project and he became a hero. Everybody is saying, you are the model contractor, how you have done it? And he says, sir, I have earned money also, some money also, with respect. And contractors have become, you have to train them, you have to, human, resource development is also important, So fourth wicket down, and at least we came up something that community can celebrate. Yeah.
I think this is the most inspiring part of your presentation, because you've shown that you can be a citizen architect. You can be a architect activist, because there's very little architecture in the last two projects. It's so much activism, so much fighting, so much perseverance, resilience.
Yes.
And there are a lot of, two of the presenters today, I think Pooja and Biju are also going to talk about, the work that they've done with communities, with government. So I think it's really important that someone comes and shares their work like what you've been doing. So I'm very grateful for you to share this work with us.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your early days? We've seen so many great projects, but what were your beginnings like? Who were your influences? Who did you work with?
Oh, that's a very funny story because I'm a painter, I still feel like from heart I'm a painter, an architect by chance actually. Because my father told me, fine, you can draw, which is good, but you cannot be a painter. You cannot to go for art college and Institute of Fine Arts. You're not allowed, And my father at that time, fathers were really the heroes or the, very serious person. So I was so afraid, and one of my cousins, she appeared architecture, but couldn't pass the exam. She never became an architect. But she told me that, Rafiq, you can continue your painting journey because they do a lot of drawings and sketches. You can go for architecture. So, tricky way. I made my father happy that I entered Bangladesh University of Engineering Technology, where architecture department is also there. So I am in architecture department, but my father was very happy to listen. Oh, my son is going to be an engineer. So this is how it's very funny. But though I fail, my second year teacher told me, I can grade you. You are below the failing grade. So I left architecture after the death of my father. I went to fine arts, and then my friends, my family pushed me back. Say, no, you just complete it. It's already third year gone, 2 years to do it, and then you leave architecture. You do just painting, no problem, but complete it. So that's why I came back, and for my mother, I came back because she wanted to design by me. She wanted emotion to take the garden above. All the reason I emotionally blackmailed, and then I came back to architecture and did architecture complete. And by the time I started loving architecture, I fall in love with two wives. One is my painting and my architecture. This is how I'm going on.
What were those early years like? What were the kind of projects you had? What were the struggles you had in the first years?
First, this main struggle is apartment buildings. That's the only way to survive in Bangladesh. There's budding up apartments here and there, and developers coming to us, They wanted just normal buildings. And I was thinking, I'm a painter. I always think of, there's a nice water body I used to draw in the village. I used to go to village every week, 2 to 3 days. Go and what beautiful watercolor of the sky and the trees and leaves and translucent and transparent, all of flickering, shade, shadow and penumbra. Lot of beautiful things. Is when I'm designing, is all gone, 100% disappeared. That was very painful. So I started putting into it little bit. So developers was very challenging. They said, no, you are spending more money and I don't need landscape. And negotiation, you can sell it out with a higher price, 500 taka, 500 rupee higher price. You'll see calculation is all together comes more price rather than, what you're selling now. So I did lot of calculations, how to sell, what to sell, how much sell. And they found it, yes, not bad idea. So they started, now it become a, sort of standard in our country. So by somebody is designing without greeneries, no developer will accept it. No developer. No glass boundary wall, nobody will accept it. So I made it mandatory. So the government rule also encouraging my ways of thinking. So you have to do it.
The first person through the wall always gets the hit the hardest. So
I got lot of letters from the different departments telling me I'm a mad, I come from Mars. So many things. I can show one hall exhibition that how people treated me earlier.
How has practice for you evolved in the last 10 years, you can say, or how is it evolving now? So many things are changing, technology is changing. Do you think for you it's been a slow evolution, or do you feel that there's a need to change rapidly? And
no, absolutely. Change is the most beautiful thing in life, actually. I'm very happy that different technology coming up, Otherwise, what to do? I'm just keeping up this and going same old things for me, what I copying myself continuously. No, that's the beauty, that things are uncertain. In your life, the most important and exciting thing is the uncertainty. You don't know 5 minutes after what will happen to you. Nobody knows actually. So that is the most beautiful thing in your life, that drives you, that makes you what you are actually. So these changing things are beautiful. So I can how much I can accept, and how much I can navigate, and how much I can utilize, and the end of the day how much I utilize for the purpose to the others' benefit also, including my own benefit. Of course I am benefited. If not I am doing this, nobody going to give me any reward. Nobody, you are not going to ask me to come here to speak. So I am benefited, of course 100% benefited, but they are also benefited. This is the beauty of life.
The political climate in Bangladesh, we've seen so much unrest in the last 5-7 years. So how do you manage to do a chancery, what do you call it, embassy in Bhutan, an embassy in Islamabad, while this political climate is still so unsettled? How do you navigate this?
This is a very important question, I think, for all of us, for particularly young architects, that you have to prepare for uncertainty every moment. For any profession, not only architecture. Architecture, obviously, you have to ready. For example, Bhutan embassy, we completed 24 months project, we completed 20 months, 4 months ahead of time, and the budget 8 crore Bangladeshi taka low. We supposed to get 8 crore because of political turmoil. The revolution in July last year happened, everything is shut down. Nobody giving you money, no ministry is going to sign any check, everybody is in fear. Who is going to sign this? Who is responsible? Who the new government is coming? So they say no, it's approved, the amount is approved, signed by everyone, but last sign to disburse the amount, nobody is signing. They say, sorry, we can't give you this money, we are all afraid of everything now, let's watching what's happening. But you have to complete the project because it's month of June, this year, June, you have to complete the project. But no budget. And contractor says, without budget, these are the major issue, we could earn money, we want to get out as soon as possible from the project. So we manage everything, we change the design, nobody knows, we change the 100 lights, we put only 20 lights, for example. The systems, solar system and other things. Bhutan, we saw no electricity, not a problem, so remove the solar system temporarily. So lot of things we have done, nobody knows, and you see the project, it looks okay. So this is what we need to learn. No, don't resist that no changes you accept. We are ready to accept any change because we believe we can turn anything into art.
India has a lot of young, exciting practices. I don't know if you're following what's happening in India, but many young practices. I think the future of architecture in India is very bright. What is your view on the state of architecture in Bangladesh at the moment? Where do you see your country going as both as architects as well as a profession?
I can see both the ways actually. If you see, Bangladesh is producing a lot of good architecture. As you know, Bangladeshi architecture rewarding, is receiving awards and awards and awards, many international awards. Of course, I started initially, taking awards. My first award international was JK Cement, and I got 6 times and I stopped it giving because it's too much. People say you don't submit for the youngs. So this is one side. We are creating amazing architecture. Philosophical, contextual, and social responsibility is there. But the other side, it shows that one beautiful project in a chaotic situation, it means you have failed to produce a good city. So that's why it looks very amazing in the context. Unlike my friend Singapore, the whole Singapore is quite organized. Maybe sometimes they say boring, maybe boring sometime. This is like, you may say sometime, but actually you need a good city. where you can, you can walk, children can laugh and children can walk to the school. You need a good city. And we completely fail to produce any good city, but we are producing beautiful architecture sporadically here and there, and making our good name and achieving awards and traveling around the world, which shows this is a bad sign. So I can say both the ways.
What are you working on at the moment that is exciting for you?
Last 10, 12 years, I was suffered heavily. All these projects, 20 projects. I consider these are the failure of mine. One or two projects I can share with you, but many of the projects actually without maintenance, lack of understanding, lack of support from the government. We are failing and failing again and again. I found that education required proper, which is we lost it from many years, and I don't think that it will come up soon in a good way. But I'm working with now. Again, I came back as a pause to my studio because I lost tons of money, because none of I got money, rather I spent from our own money, and I'm really struggling financially. And my book coming out, which is also very expensive in many ways. So this is why I came back my office and working with some of the large projects like Middle East or large government projects and government private projects also, some housing projects. So maybe another 10 years I'll be doing a large project if possible, and different type of projects, all my experiences together. I don't know. I'll be using technology a lot. My office is actually trying to do so.
How many people do you have? How do you work? Do you have associates? Do you have a team? What is your structure?
My office strength is around 55, 60 people around, because in Bhutan some people, in Pakistan couple of people, and in some other countries some other people, and in all around Bangladesh the projects are going, people are working there. So a lot of people working. I think it's not less than 60 people. But I do a lot of association with other countries actually. Like Aga Khan Academy is a British consultant, was also with me. They're good at school interiors and other things also. So we do a lot of things actually together. I believe architecture is all about togetherness, It's working with a lot of people. If you are egoistic, then you cannot be an architect. You have to put aside the ego. You need to become egoistic, egoistic rather than egoistic. Only then architecture is possible. So I have learned little bit of be part of the whole game. I don't have much of egos actually. I believe so.
I think on that note, perfect.
Thank you.
Don't be egoistic, be egoistic. I think that's great. There's a question in the audience.
Hi.
Hi, Rabi.
Wonderful, simply wonderful, informative. We could get different kind of knowledge from you. My question is that Dhaka has one of the beautiful marvel by Louis Kahn, the assembly building, and that might have been influenced by the first generation architects there.
Yeah.
How now for second generation or third generation, are they influenced by that, or they have their own different way of designing?
Architecture became very complicated nowadays. It was architecture was conceived as poetry, as intellectual ability once upon a time, which we are part of it actually. We learned it. Architecture is not a profession that you earn a lot of money. Rather, you will a lot of respect and money. So, to run your life, enough sort of money, but the more respect and to craziness to create something. The crave of create something. But nowadays, I think I'm also teacher. I'm 28 years. I'm teaching Professor Brack University. I found that it's a bit different. The students are now. So I think I think you have seen my initial works are concrete works, which is more like a poetic situation of Louis I Kahn. Probably I'm trying to learn Louis I Kahn. And then I started going away from Louis I Kahn a little bit because I cannot be just Louis I Kahn. This is not my goal. So this is struggle is going on, but I think new generation is more engaged with material, more engaged with financial transaction and quickly doing it using AI and more money, interior. So a little bit of jumbled up probably. I don't know. Maybe somebody is there doing good, will be doing good. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, let it be like that.
Hello. So it's said that failures is your best teachers. So any good learnings you learned from some failures in your life, or anything like that?
Failure is the most beautiful thing in life, actually. Everything is failure. My teacher told me you are below failing grade, and then I struggling to get the pass mark. Somebody has to tell you that you are doing not right thing, and then you have to cross that. And then somebody will come and tell you, no, not enough, this is not going to work for a greater community, bigger community. Then you have to work again and again. So this failure is actually the beautiful thing to tell you what is the next, and you can learn from the failure. What failure doesn't mean is collapse totally. It might happen, totally collapse something. But failure is something that 1 point, 2 points is not working properly. That is also failure. And overall it doesn't click, in fact. So you can learn a lot of good things from there, and then what is exactly didn't work. So you can repair it, correct it, and do it again. And you will find another failure will come. So this is the beautiful life. Failure will come and you will face it, and you will one day you will say, thank you, bye-bye.
I now invite Mr. Mitesh Patange to present a token of gratitude to Professor Rafiq Azam.